In this video, I'm going to share the learnings and reflections I've gained throughout the last 2 years where I have gone through burnout, cancer, financial loss, corona isolation, you name it. It hurt me bad, and I realized I needed to crawl out of that pit. So stay tuned and I'll share the story that got me to where I am today. My name is Alexander Nilsson. I'm 33 years old and I've been running this channel since 2016. I'm a personal development geek. I seek progress, I seek development, and I just love that bit of challenge that is necessary to accomplish that. But 2 years ago, after having done this a bit too much, I burnt out. It was so bad that my body and mind kind of shut down. I've had severe headaches and just fatigue. Fatigue syndrome is actually what the doctors term, what they put on the paper to get me on a sick leave, which has lasted for 2 years now. In September, that is in 3 weeks, I'm going back to work full time, and I feel better, greater, and stronger than I've done in such a long time, and I am so grateful for that. But only 3 months ago, I felt like shit. I felt like I was at the bottom. When I got diagnosed with skin cancer last Christmas, that kind of was the cherry on the ice cream that just was too much to handle. But as it happens, corona also happened, and it also happened to you. So I think a lot of you can relate to what I'm about to tell. You know, sitting indoors, eating, not having to spend a lot of time with other people. In the beginning, that was actually quite nice, being the introvert I am. But so eventually, when this mundane, boring life got too much, I decided to go back to what used to be fun, what used to give me that energy, drive, and just, sense of purpose. And for me, that used to be making YouTube videos. But I decided to go out and do another video. I decided to make a video about the Swedes coming out of isolation, coming out of corona restrictions. And as it happens, the summer had just arrived in the beginning of June, so I thought, let's go out and, just do some random interviews like I used to.
This is Molly. You're not even in the shot. Molly?
Hi.
I was hungry, I was eager, and I didn't feel tiny bit of hesitation. I thought it was going to be easy peasy. Boy, did I get a cold shower when I got out, because as I was walking around there, seeing all these happy people, I made up all these excuses, stories.
Yeah, I'm just going to film a bit more. I'm just going to walk around and get the best footage first, and then I can shoot some interviews.
But I never got to the point of actually doing it. I couldn't overcome partially the stories I was telling myself, but the fear and the resistance. I couldn't. I was out walking for 3 hours, and not once was I even close to getting one of those interviews. I was a coward. I was nothing like I used to be. I lost it. What happened?
Nej men gud, vad gör du?
But before I move on to tell you what I did that fixed this little issue of mine, let me give you some context. You see, 2 years ago when I hit the wall, I got to meet a lot of doctors and psychiatrists and people telling me what was wrong with me, trying to figure out why I burned out. I probably met 5 to 8 doctors and equally many psychiatrists. I attended a stress school for 3 months to give me tools and ways to learn and adapt to a life where I don't overdo things the way I used to do. But a common theme was that everybody was telling me that I was too mean towards myself. And it's true, I have a lot of rules, I have a lot of systems in place to push me towards where I want to go. Obviously, too hard because I broke. But the thing is, when they influenced me towards a new identity which was now without any strict rules or like discipline, work, I lost the sense of who I am.
If I'm not the person that does all these things, that push himself, that faces fears every day, who the am I?
I've been preaching this for so many years, and now they're telling me what I've done, what I've stood for, is all wrong and it's in fact what messed me up. That's a tough one to swallow. But I did, and I changed things. And surely it was good for me to some extent because my mind and body needed a real healthy rest to not constantly have so high demands. But the downside of this, I stopped doing things. I never got things done because
If I'm supposed to not push myself, I can't finish this video edit.
as soon as I faced that resistance, I had to go easy on myself. I told myself it was okay to go take a break, to watch some series, to go do something else because I felt resistance and I shouldn't push myself too much. I lost my ability to move ahead, to make progress in life because I was so nice on myself now. I hadn't found that balance yet. The balance of knowing when to push and when not to push. Life sucked. Everything was boring because I didn't move towards my goals. And that's a bit like what my life has felt for the last 2 years. Like it's been on pause. Now I know that's not true because surely the insights and reflections have been truly valuable, but in the end, I know now that I'm not the person that can't do the tough things, that can't face resistance, because if I don't, what the point of living? That's my take on life. That's what I realized the day or the coming weeks after not having been able to execute on that movie idea. Because on that day, I went back to what used to work. I went back to my daily routine of facing some fears, of going towards resistance, whatever felt like I really didn't want to do. That is what I have to do. Because joy, happiness, fulfillment, feeling meaning, that's on the other side of that resistance, of that wall of fear. If I don't push myself, there's no point of it. What do you want most in life?
World peace, I don't know.
Like more personal, what do you want most in your life?
A better computer.
A better computer. What do you do to get that computer? Do you try to save money or do you just snag your parents?
Save money.
What do you want?
Now, theory and talking, that's one thing. The proof is in the pudding. What did you do, Alex? Well, here's my little rule book for how to implement this little daily habit that has made me go back to my normal life. And the habit, the practice, is called doing something uncomfortable every day. Life needs variation, change, discomfort. Some people say,
I'm not gonna do a scary thing every day. That's way too much scariness.
I like to do it every day. And the key, the way to make this durable, is to have a very low bar. That means we do something every day, but we don't have high demands on it being something very tough. So my rule is that it should be scary, discomfortable, or just new and different. And most of the times, new and different is a bit discomfortable because it requires a push to go do something that's new. To go out and try a new jogging route. I was facing fears this morning. Haven't jogged with my broken knee since February, 6 months. A new sport, or just listening to some new music. Now that's an example of something very low, but it's you seeking out the variation in life. I woke up at 6 this beautiful morning and I felt an urge to go out and to walk. But I also felt an urge to go back to sleep. But the resistance pointed me towards my shoes. An example of how to overdo this is when, prior to me burning out, I could sleep 3 or 4 hours, then wake up and feel the urge to work or go out to do things. That's overdoing it. And that's the process that we want to make autonomous. Because remember this, the more you do something, the easier it's gonna get. Yes, in the beginning, it's gonna be hard to do something uncomfortable every day. Heck, that was super tough for me 2 months ago. But the more you do it, the easier it's gonna get. And eventually you don't need that motivation or push to do it. because your mind will just be set up to seek out these things. The reward you feel afterwards, the feeling of, oh, I did something, I accomplished something. Your mind will remember that and push out a lot of dopamine.
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
However, one key thing to make this really powerful is to make sure that these actions, these fear-facing quests, align with your overall direction in where you want to go in life. Now, it doesn't always have to do that, but on the main, in the bigger picture, they should mostly align with your goals and visions. Like for me, wanting to grow this YouTube channel, a lot of days it's been about sitting down for 25 minutes, strictly only thinking, working on ideas on how I want to develop. Now I have to say, it doesn't have to be this way. You can just start out the habit and doing what's randomly scaring you, because what I've noticed is that it will color off to all the other different areas. When you face fear in one area, you will seek out it in different areas too. So if you just start out with talking with people, like I did a video about 2 videos ago, when I said go out there and just smile, say hi to strangers. Hey. That was how I started out that habit. And after I had done that for a while, I felt hungry to move to other areas, like more strategically sitting down and working on developing YouTube skills and such. So it overlaps, and it also has overlapped now to my workout routines.
It's a bit ironic, really. Yesterday, after I recorded the video, I went to the gym. I was excited, pumped. Yeah, pushed a bit too hard, and my fatigue syndrome, well, it came back, and it came back hard. Deadlifts, that's hard on you. It's like my body had shut down to 10% of its capacity. Mind, body just weak, headache. Lasted for 6-7 hours until I slowly recovered. So again, push yourself, but also know your limits. It's not an excuse to not practice the process. Now we scale it down. I can still go to the gym, I can still exercise. Just have to find the balance. And I don't go lazy.
The little tiny habit of doing something scary, new or discomfortable every day, writing it down, checking that box every day, and then do it over and over again every day and aim towards your bigger visions and goals. That makes me so excited because I know how much it has helped me, and I know it can help others. That being said, you don't have to do anything. I'm just sitting here sharing what's working for me because I kind of like that. I like doing this. I'm happy. Happy.